struggling with prop firms? Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today is a Saturday. I'm going to be speaking on the topic of consistency, not in the way you're going to be thinking though, not in terms of consistency, using the credit risk management, consistently not over trading, over risking, or over leveraging, keeping consistently your psychology in check. Nothing to do with that. This is going to be something to do with the charts, right? When we say the word consistency, we need to find an edge in the markets. You need to find some kind of consistency on the charts, right? The market has to do something consistently a certain amount of times, and then which you can take advantage of, if that makes sense. So for example, why do traders trade the break and retest? Well, the market moves in waves, as we all know, right? Not in the best examples of the waves, but when a market breaks zones and then it comes to retest and then it goes in that certain direction, whether there be a sell or a buy, bear market or bull market, but there is a form of consistency, right? Price. Now I'm a breakout trade, break and retest trader. That's what I show to my students in the one-to-one elite mentorship. And basically, what we see here, the break of the zone. Break of this zone, price comes up, retest, sets off. Now break of zones here, but there's certain way you gotta take your entries as well. But then there is a form of consistency though. There is a form of consistency. Same with breakouts. Look at this. It's something that consistently happens, not just over a few days. For the last few days, it's happened over many decades. Now, if you can, and that's the whole idea. To become a profitable trader, you've gotta, psychology and all that. These things come after. But you've got to find something that consistently happens in the market, which you can exploit and then take advantage of that. And then, you can work on your psychology where you can consistently use the same risk, consistently, turning up every single day with discipline. Consistency is the main word here, right, today, and that's what we're going to focus on. As we can see, now, what is something that has inconsistency? Some of you might be thinking. And if look at this area over here, let's just highlight this. When the market ranges, right, we got consolidation, and this is why some people now, obviously there will be some traders that will make money from this, but the majority, I guarantee it, you will lose money, because there is inconsistency. It is unpredictable. Anything that is unpredictable is inconsistent, right? For example, we take a buy, let's just say, there's we've got a inverted head and shoulder pattern, so we should be focusing on buys, right? It's a reversal pattern. That's what the textbook normally tells us. So let's just say we take a buy from here, super strong bullish long wick rejection candle. We take a buy, but what happens? Boom, we get wicked out, we get taken out, we lose the trade. So if anyone's thinking, okay, price come back to we've got the breakout, let's take a sell, it just knocks you out again. Now with the consolidation really starts in now in this area, look at these wicks here. Right, markets respecting this zone. When it comes back down, you might think, okay, when it comes back to this zone, I'll take a sell. So in this case, it works, right? And it comes down over here, and you think, okay, previously we had a wick rejection, so when the price comes back down here, I'll take a buy. But what happens? It breaks right through. You lose that trade. Now, at this case, you might take another buy, but then when you come back up, you might think, okay, do I need to take a sell from here? Ideally, this one would be better, but you take the sell from here, you lose. If you took it from here, you would win the trade. The market comes back down. You might think, okay, previously, price rejects from here, I'll take a buy from here. What happens? You get knocked back down, you lose that trade. And trust me, even though the risk to reward might look slightly in your favor, but the amount of times you'll revenge trade, overtrade, and this is all due to frustration. Why? Because there's no consistency. You take a buy from here. But let's say when you take it from this area, support level that's been created kind of over here, price comes down, you take a buy, you would lose the trade. You have to come further down, even though there's not even any clear support levels here. But yeah, not really. But price comes down here, you take a buy, and then you get taken out. So ideally what I want to do is I want to delete the zone, because it's not the best example. These zones are perfect. Anyways, come back down. So price comes up here. Right, breaks out. Price breaks out. Now, imagine you take a sell from here, you're going to lose this trade. Now, imagine when price comes up here, you got the wick rejection over here. You take a sell, boom, you get taken out. So especially this area here. This is obviously lack of volume, again, volume as well. You need consistent volume to come in as well for your edge to work consistently. Anyways, yeah, so let's just get on with the topic. I want to mark out some of the entries as well. By the way, if you are looking for unlimited one-to-one sessions, and the reason I'm putting a bit of emphasis on the word unlimited, because when some of the students join, they don't realize this. Once you're in the mentorship, it's lifetime access. It's unlimited one-to-one sessions, guys. Yeah. So, and also, we'll be bringing the prizes for Christmas. A bit of a discount, guys, going on for everyone. So we'll be bringing this price down to £79 from the night, so 20% discount. That will only last a few days. So do check that out. Yeah. So link will be in the video description. If all the information. Join the community, testimonials over here, certificates, funded certificates, payouts, things like that, student supports, so they post, even general public, but yeah, mostly the students in the mentorship, and yeah, say up to 1,600 students, and growing nicely. But yeah, link will be in the video description, so you can check it out. Now, going back to the point. So, if you've noticed, if you've ever traded live, it's like even head and shoulder patterns, right? If they consistently worked, like you become a millionaire trader in a few weeks, in a few days, right? Head and shoulders, I can spot them now like the back of my hand. The reason I don't trade them, I will add them as a confluence, but still, look at this. 2 left shoulders, price comes down, so you ideally think, wait a minute, this is what the textbook shows, right? Ideally, price will come back to test, come back to that level, same pretty much level. But what happens is we get a little bit of a deformed shoulder here. This one's definitely not, and price just sets off. So this is why I don't like it. It's the inconsistency, right? What I like is if I'm trading the breaker retest, looking at the breakouts, now I can consistently draw good zones. Might not be the best in the world, how some elite level, the top 0.10% might be able to draw them. But I don't care, because the way I draw them works for me, and I believe I have my biggest edge that I would say is my zones. Take away my zones and you take away my profitability. Very, very simple. Now sometimes what happens is not every strategy is also consistent. I want to make that very clear. Why? Because look, we've got a zone. Obviously it is December, come to the end of the year, volume's gonna drop, low liquidity, low volume, so hence more choppiness. The wicks are going to be a lot bigger than the candle bodies. Normally we want that the other way around, so more volume, better opportunities, more high probability setups playing winning trades. But what happens over here is, look at this. Now sometimes you might lose a trade in some of these trades, and you think, my strategy don't work. Another thing, again, consistently staying with your strategy. Don't strategy hop. If you do that, just because of this one little bad phase, you're going to hang up your gloves, hang up your strategy. It doesn't make any sense. And the price just breaks out. Now look at this. I'm not really marked this one out, but I can see a winning trade over here. You get a nice breakout, and let's see, let me show you why this would be a winning trade. So we got that in a nice, super strong bullish breakout candle, very, very strong breakout. And now we're just going to be looking for, let's go on turn the indicator on, start new. Now look at this. Excuse me. Okay, that's a bit of a comparison, right? No bearish candles over here. Price is just coming flying up. A lot of volume as well. Look at the strength of these candles. 83%. 61, 71, not the best. Remember, you got to think of it like prices just recently broke out the zone. Still will be a little bit weak. It's a little bit damaged from it's like a car. When a car breaks through a wall, for example, the car's going to be a little bit damaged, a little bit weak. Then it starts picking up momentum, speed. Now it breaks through this one over here. This is why this is where sellers were lying. That's why we have a very strong 94% candle strength along with rejection bearish candle. But then buyers are still holding their ground, putting a fight in. We've got multiple wick rejections. Now these wick rejections have no value in my eyes, because sellers is showing that sellers are in control over a lot of authority over here. But then again, it's above the support level. If this is below the resistance, it'll have way more value, more significance, right? But it's above support, so again, no value in my eyes. So then what happens is we've got super very, very weak bullish candles, but then the next bearish candle is also weak. then the next bullish candle is super strong, a 97.6%, 06% candle strength, then 85%. Now this candle is 100%, right? A very strong bearish candle. But you might think again, oh, the sellers are in full control. No, remember what I said, they don't have any value because it's not below the resistance, it's above support. Above support, buyers have more power. Below resistance, sellers have more, bearish candles have more power. We've got another 96% candle, right? And then obviously it continues. Not just that, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus the 4 bearish candles, call it 18 candles. In 18 candles, 14 were bullish, 4 were bearish. Who do you think has control? It's simple maths. Even though this was a 100% candle, again, no value. This bullish candle, this would be my entry candle over here. Below the zone is better. Below the wicks, you could do that, but below the zone is better, and you've got still a nice trade. If you're risking 1%. And 1 to 4, no, 100k account, that's 4. See, this is why if you have a decent sized account, 100k account, 200k account, 50k account, I don't care what it may be, it's good enough to make you leave your 9 to 5. I used to do 15-hour shifts with CCTV, with the with the police. This is what I was doing. Doing night shifts, doing the days, on my days off, capitalizing on on these kind of markets, trading with the trend. Filtering out this is another thing I want to mention as well. You want to trade when there's consistency, and you want to filter out. So what is a bad trade? Bad trade is something that's higher chance of leading to inconsistency, or which is basically inconsistency, right? So for example, if the trend is bearish but still is showing weakness, that's not really, it's consistency but not the best, right? If it's very like because all bullish candles, beautiful, super consistent, right? Let me see. I mean, look at this, guys, right? Look at this, beautiful. And this is what I just show in my mentorship a little. Obviously I can't show everything over here, would it be fair to my students, but it's crazy. Once you know what you're looking for, it's like you can never look at the charts the same way again, right? It's basically, I just show my strategy, my edge through a magnifying glass, and it's like probably for someone wearing glasses for the first time, opens a whole new world. Again, just so when you go back to your charts for Monday, right, or even when you're back testing this week, look for consistency, something that's happening consistently. When traders are trading supply and demand, they look for consistency, right? When market reaches a demand level or supply level, when some traders are trading liquidity sweeps, they look at it's something that happens consistently, right? Sometimes it will let you down, that's just the nature of the game, but it is something that we're looking for consistently. Look at the head and shoulder pattern here. Left shoulder, the head over here, the right shoulder, boom. Even though it's not the best looking head and shoulder pattern, let me just draw it out so in case someone's wondering what am I talking about. Left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder, price just falls off. So look at this. Even though it's not the best looking head and shoulder, but it still did something consistent, right? For some form of consistency. And this is all that I'm looking for, guys. This is all that I'm looking for. Yeah, I hope this helped. If you are again looking for unlimited one-to-one session until in the Elite Mentorship program, link will be in the description. You can message me one-to-one, find out how to join. I don't work with everyone, but you can message me how to join, or just get the course, whatever. Neither, just watch out my video, check out my videos instead. Free value. Take care, and I'm out.